Итак, всем доброго времени суток, уважаемые зрители, с вами alekszov, и мы продолжаем играть в Genshin, продолжаем проходить здешние временные ивенты. Лучше бы попроходили сюжет, конечно, но ивенты заканчиваются, в отличие от сюжета. Сюжет еще закончится не скоро. Поэтому сегодня мы будем проходить Поэзия вот. Да. Это у нас версия 4.1. В 4.0 ивента... Я не помню, на самом деле, что было в 4.0. Было ли там... По-моему, там никакого ивента не было. Там был какой-то ивент с Кли. Или это тоже было в 4.1. Честно, хз. Я вообще уже не знаю, что там где было. По-моему, в 4.0 не было никакого ивента. Либо он был каким-то маленьким и ни о чемошным. Но я не уверен, я вряд ли его прям пропустил. Я, конечно, все в последний момент прохожу, но вряд ли его пропустил. Поэтому у нас сегодня вечер поэзии. Наверное. Посмотрим, что у нас здесь будет. Так, Кутао, Венти. Здесь Сяо должен быть еще. Наверное.
Looks like you're having fun. What's the occasion this time?
Oh, do I spy a traveler and a Paimon? We were just talking about you. This is more serendipitous than finding Mora after face planting on the road.
Какое совпадение?
It's been too long. I'll bet you have some thrilling new tales from your journey to fill me in on. I can see it in your eyes. Excellent! I knew I could count on you.
What were you talking about before we got here? Something fun? Or
Something delicious.
We were talking about one certain traveler and how two's company but three's a crowd as the inseparable duo tore around Tibet, making 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they braved the lakes and seas, collecting pieces of 8 and countless other treasures. They clearly must have 9 lives. Wink, wink. Let's hope they have less than 10 deaths.
Okay.
It just gets worse and worse. Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at Stone Gate. All will be dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks and 7 shorts, they'll each write 6 lines 5 times. You've been to all 4 corners of the world, so in 3 short seconds, can you guess from these 2 stanzas of 1 speech each what this event is about?
Праздник счета. Понятно, что поэзия, но да, пусть будет счета.
It's not, though that does sound fun. In fact, it's a poetry gala, jointly hosted by representatives from both Mondstadt and Lille. Do you still remember the promise I made to the distinguished director Who here during the Lantern Rite?
Oh, something about writing poetry together? That's right. At the dinner table that night, I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional taste. You know, it's rare to encounter such a kindred spirit. And now, I've finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace and contact the Knights of Favonius, but eventually, in the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully organize the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala.
Bit of a weird name. Lila's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With 2 nations teaming up, it'll be double the fun, and a great chance for people from both places to get to know one another. Hu Tao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of liyue poetry for very long, so please forgive my dreadful performance just now.
Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most excellently.
You flatter me.
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved. Oh, Paimon, sure you'll be amazing. Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet? Wind rises, winds never churn. You came up with the second half right away.
Нет, не помню.
Oh, looks like someone's got a knack for this. Perhaps we'll have to raise the difficulty a little.
Не надо.
All right, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the poetry gala.
Oh, looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or two. You guessed it so effortlessly, but...
Huh?
We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
I already told you. I'm not going.
Xiao, you're here too.
А вот и Сяо.
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am, the raucous atmosphere you are cultivating is precisely the kind which I must avoid. As you...
Hey now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from itsy bitsy spider, but give it a shot and you'll be wandering lonely as a cloud. And you don't even have to join us in person if you really don't want to. You can just watch the party from a nearby mountaintop and cheer us on. But at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and there's plenty of fun activities to get involved with. It can't hurt to take a quick walk and check things out.
Besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
I'll consider it.
Короче, меня сюда позвали, чтобы при помощи меня заманить Сяо на этот праздник. Ясно, понятно. Хотя, звали ли меня вообще сюда? Зачем я сюда пришел? Меня вообще хоть кто-то звал? Я не помню.
It's nearly time. Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around? Quite a few of your friends should have arrived by now.
Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So, we'll catch up with you later.
Gotcha, we'll be...
Интересно, насколько это все будет длинным. Насколько все это будет длинным и интересным. Так, куда нам?
Wow, it's so lively. Didn't think there'd be so many people here already.
Где?
And a lot of them are familiar faces. Let's go say hi.
Ну, толпу я здесь не вижу. Я, кстати, вспомнил, какой ивент, по-моему, был в 4.0. Там был ивент с какими-то механическими игрушками. Я его не стал снимать, потому что, во-первых, он был вообще уж небольшим, а во-вторых, он был даже не озвучен. Поэтому смысла в этом мало. Можно сказать, что ивента не было в 4.0.
Well, look who's here.
Hey, Shincho and Chanya are here too.
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that this celebration of friendship between our two nations stays free of evil spirits? Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be curious as to how that heroine of Mondstadt was able to lift such heavy objects like they were but a feather.
Какая героиня из Манштата?
Are you talking about Noelle? Yeah, she's super strong.
Про Наэль. Ну, Наэль, да. Наэль топ девочка.
Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted,
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation like you promised.
А он,
That's
кстати,
the
Наэль
only
на
reason I
заднем
agreed
фоне.
to come at all.
С этим, Я не помню, как его зовут. Это новый персонаж, он редко мелькал, поэтому я без понятия, как его зовут. Забыл. Будет Чокоба.
naturally, I could never forget such a thing. My word is my bond.
Okay.
Так, ну без этого никуда тоже. У нас стихоплет еще тот. Ну вообще, у нас Шэньхэ поднимает тяжести очень здоровые. Чисто горы может на себе таскать. Поэтому чему он удивляется? Наэль, конечно, сильная, но не настолько. Мика, точно.
Oh, it's the traveler in Paimon.
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well?
You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it sounds weird?
Representatives? No. We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order and set up the venue. But I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all these tables and chairs here from Mondstadt by herself. She's a true knight.
Well, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also, you're the true knight here. I'm still in training. If anything, I should be addressing you as sir.
Не знаю, я походу очень давно не слышал Наэль. У меня такое ощущение, как будто она по-другому разговаривает. Но это не точно.
What? No. Please don't. Just keep calling me Mika.
Хватит обмениваться любезностями.
Why does it feel like these two could keep this up all day?
Anyway, Master Jane did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a look around while we're here and get involved in the poetry gala as much as we can. But I haven't written much poetry before, so I'm not sure if I'll fit in.
I actually have the same concern.
Yeah, plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too. The Traveler's a really good writer, you know.
Really? In that case, we'll try our best too.
Не верьте, Паймон. Паймон врет. Я вообще стихи не сочиняю.
Perhaps the challenge of writing poetry is a rite of passage that all who wish to qualify as a knight must eventually face.
Нет. Нет. Это уж точно нет.
Paimon wouldn't go that far. But anyway, no backing out now. See you soon!
Sure. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
Мне бы самому научиться.
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Научу. Я сам не умею. Так, опять это будет орать. Не хочу. Она сейчас опять будет орать и херню нести.
Diona! Traveler in Paimon? I didn't expect to see... Are you here to mix drinks? That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing the Mondstadt wine industry. You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Oh, you must be hating every minute of it. Of course I hate it! But it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all! Opportunities like this don't come around every day, you know.
Ну да.
Huh? How do you figure that? All I need to do is add some gross ingredients to the drinks, and I can create the most disgusting concoctions imaginable. Nobody will ever buy wine from Mondstadt. Paimon thinks you'll end up getting the opposite result. Humph, just you wait. I ain't about to mess this up. Are you gonna write some poetry with us too? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards sing in the tavern before, but I've never tried writing any myself. You should join in. It'll be fun.
Да, займись лучше стихами.
Fine, if I have time.
Бармен, который ненавидит алкоголь. Кошмар.
Poems and melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond their home.
Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan.
Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lantern glow.
Benches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root.
Welcome, one and all, to this festival of poetry, jointly organized by Liyue and Mondstadt.
Or, in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala. We're your hosts, Liyue's verse monger of the darkest alleys, Hutao.
And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Venti the Bard. The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, have fun, talk to other people, and make some new friends.
If you're here, you're our guest, so please enjoy this poetry fest.
I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of... Oh, if you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the thoughts and feelings you usually hide away or struggle to express, and putting them into words.
To help everyone really cut loose and enjoy themselves to the fullest, Venti and I have carefully Let's get right to it. The first theme is...
Solving riddles, huh? Interesting.
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets or something.
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle game. Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd, and you will now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative juices flowing. And remember, whoever guesses the most riddles correctly.
And with that, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala has a...
Ей, ура! И опять все разбежались. Я видел, здесь на заднем фоне была деваха с голубыми волосами. Это явно океанит. Где она? Где она? Я ее найду. Я найду ее. Куда она делась? Где все? Почему никого нет? Я видел ее. Ладно. Куда мне? А, понял.
Oh, let's see what's on this lantern. A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this one.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams? Sky? Is it talking about some kind of bird?
Почему сюда и надзумцев не позвали? Сейчас бы Хоку писали еще. Ко всему прочему.
So it means something like, this thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area, and it's flying really high. Is that it?
Наверное, не знаю.
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon. Oh, it looks like I still have a lot of learning to do.
Не надо, не надо. У Пайман ты ничему хорошему не научишься.
It's nothing really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue, you just sort of pick up on these things.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the expedition, I started picking up some local customs without even realizing it.
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it.
What's something that flies high and far?
Oh, that makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that dandelions can...
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What would their equivalent of the dandelion be? If there even is one.
Да.
What do you
Так и
think,
есть.
traveler?
В Лию же нет одуванчиков. Но хотя это не значит, что они не знают, что такое одуванчики. К тому же, раз далеко от дома, то, может быть, переехал в Mondstadt, дом далеко, а здесь одуванчики.
Great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
Right, just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense and reflects our perception of the poem.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, the guessing's all a part of the fun. Let's go look at the next one.
Oh, yes, I want to see if there's any Mondstadt-style riddles.
This one says... Oh, this handwriting is just awful.
Так, ясно, уже сразу понятно, кто это написал.
I have 4 corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips 1 piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind.
Что? Квадратный блин? Интересно. Квадратных блинов я еще не ел.
Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one. Is there really a food that can make you smarter? Paimon's gotta try that.
Ну, нет. Хотя, там типа в некоторых продуктах имеются там какие-то ферменты, которые там помогают мозгу. Но это как бы... Не знаю.
Oh, Paimon. You have to look past the surface level meaning with riddles, or you'll fail to plumb their depths.
Huh? So have you got any ideas, Shinjo?
Конечно же есть, это он писал.
Well,
Singcho just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Oh, so this is Shinjo's riddle! You know, Paimon was expecting you to write something a little more... elegant.
Странно, что ты сразу не поняла, что это его загадка по почерку. У кого еще плохой почерк?
this festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd try writing something more accessible and less flowery, so that more people could enjoy it.
Hey, not bad! So, buddy, does that mean you can tell your old pal Paimon the answer on the sly, or...?
Так, Пайман уже выведывает ответы. Ай-яй-яй, так нехорошо, так нечестно, вообще-то.
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be revealed, just like everyone else.
Meanie!
А ты читер.
If that's how you feel, why don't you try and stump me with a riddle of your own?
Maybe Paimon will! We'll see who stumps who! Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right?
Сама придумывай. Что я должен за тебя загадки придумывать? Тебе надо, ты придумывай.
Ha! At least you're nice to Paimon.
Then I look forward to seeing the fruits of your literary labors.
Ha! Prepare to get stumped! On 4 long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a bite and drink not a sip. With a passionless face, I greet countless guests, whom I carry all day without needing to rest. Is this talking about some kind of animal?
Не знаю. Если оно не имеет усталости и не требует воды и еды, значит это не животное. Это машина.
It's a chair. Huh? Diona, how did you guess it so quickly? No, of course I didn't write it. The answer just popped into my head. I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time, so they shouldn't use them to sharpen their claws. Oh, okay. So a riddle needs to have a bait and switch. Are you trying to write one? Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon... Maybe I should try to come up with one too. All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Diona, do you want to... Nah, no need. I don't really care about winning a prize. Oh, okay then. Well, looks like it's time to carry on with the event. Sure, have fun.
Так, что там Паймон повесила куда? Это Паймон! Я отгадал. Вот только в каком месте Паймон доверху набита морой? Ты что, ее ешь? Так вот куда у меня мора пропадает. Паймон ее ест просто. Ясно, ясно. Загадки нету.
Hey, looks like everyone's about done mingling and riddling. Gather round and look this way.
Вон. Вот это голубоволосая деваха. Это океанит по-любому.
Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own to the mix for good measure. Shortly, we'll randomly select a few to read aloud. If your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly, the writer of the riddle gets a point. Sounds fair to me.
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's not too far-fetched.
That's right. Now, if there are no more questions...
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh. That means I have to be first to raise my...
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. Ugh. This riddle is, unique. Especially the handwriting. I have four corners, like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. Baked. I pass through the lips, one piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind.
Нормально.
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else beating you to it.
You brat! It's
Even without the
Pizza.
author coming
Причём
forward,
тут
I
pizza?
can confidently declare this answer wrong. I mean, how does eating pizza broaden your mind? And while I'm no
Пайман, лишь бы
expert in
что-то
exotic
сказать.
dishes, if I'm not mistaken, pizza is round, is it not? Like mora meat?
But eating pizza makes you happy, and being happy makes it easier to face problems that need solving.
Нет.
So,
Нет. Нет.
okay, Paimon admits she may have jumped the gun on this one.
Пайман, лишь бы что-то ляпнуть.
Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple, and it needs to be something.
If Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time. What is it? Have you got it? Huh? Oh, gotcha! Bucks! The answer is bucks!
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that one.
Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer. Okay, 1 point to Paimon.
Huh? So the answer was bugs? Oh, how did I not get that? Come on, Mika. Concentrate.
We're awesome at this!
Угу. Гений. Пицца. Пицца квадратная, от которой становишься умнее. Гений ты мой. Господи.
What Paimon meant to say was that you're awesome at this. Thanks for the point, Traveler.
On to riddle number 2.
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage. Looks like a poem from Liyue. Oh,
Что?
it's
Я ничего
I
не
got
понял.
it!
Да.
Looks like those two have some ideas. Could it be some kind of plant that lives in cold...
Mika, please go ahead. As a full knight of Livonius, you represent... No, how could I?
Хватит, заканчивайте
You
со
thought
своими
of it
любезностями, ё-моё.
You should be the one to guess.
Встретились два вежливых человека, ё-моё.
Well, my answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides, it's first come, first served, and you beat me to it. No, I didn't. You were just before me.
Хватит.
How gracious and considerate our fellow competitors are towards each other. How about both of you say your answer at the same time? If you're both right, you'll each get a point.
А так можно?
Oops, I didn't realize we'd made such a... Oh, crud. I guess, So, Noelle, what... Yes, let's. Our answer is... Cecilia!
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peaks and known for its exquisite beauty. The Cecilia is held by many Mondstadters to be the true windblower. Although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce the answer, this probably wasn't the answer they were looking for. Sorry. Any other answers?
I can't believe I was wrong.
Is the answer Jingshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of quiet, proud solitude in a high place.
Correct. I wrote this one. Jingshin is the right answer.
О. Вылезла.
Shinjo got it before Paimon could.
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once. They definitely fit the description of a pure flower standing proudly and alone on high. So, I'd like to approve the answer from our two friends from Mondstadt as well. Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Что?
Well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees, all 3 contestants earn a point each.
А так можно было? Ну так ответ же ладно. Проехали.
Darn it! Shinjo's caught up to Paimon already! Yeah, you're probably right.
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? Why is the handwriting so... What's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there, so full of mora it comes out the nose, but in the sea, glug, 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 down it goes?
That's Paimon's! They picked Paimon's riddle! Yay! What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too hard?
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously simple that we just cannot believe.
What? No way! Well, go on then. Tell us the answer if you're...
The answer is Paimon.
What?
It's Paimon.
I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Me too.
No! You're all completely wrong! How the heck did you all think the answer was Paimon?
Ну это же Паймон.
Paimon, do you have wings behind your back?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired of it.
And Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a lot of mora and meal expenses.
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea. So, that means Paimon can't swim. So if she fell in the sea...
Glug, glug, glug. Wait. Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer again? No! You're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the Jade Chamber! You know, the Jade Chamber that's always flying up there in the sky?
Нет, мне больше... Нет, мы согласны над тем, что ответ Паймон.
Is that so? I still maintain that the riddle actually
Согласен.
describes Paimon more
Паймон
accurately.
тут больше подходит.
In fact, if we just added 2 more lines to the poem...
What do
The traveler's companion and talkative guide, a praiseworthy presence always by their side.
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part?
Нет.
You think so cute?
Нет.
Okay,
Теперь
then
льстят.
Paimon would like to announce that the correct answer to the riddle is the widely adored Paimon!
Great! And with that, the widely adored Paimon has gifted a point each to everyone who answered just now.
А сама остается с 1 очком, а у всех по 2. А!
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon didn't manage to beat Shinto, Paimon still feels like she got a little smarter.
Сомневаюсь.
Oh, didn't Changyu mention he was investigating something before? Let's go ask him about it. Hey, you two!
Oh? Hi, Paimon. You know, for a moment there, I was worried I might lose to you.
Oh, are you collecting your prize right now?
I am indeed. Though, if you really want it, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
Seriously? Wow, what is it?
Паймон, успокойся.
A most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Namely, a buy one, get one free coupon for our high-end customized service package. It's a pleasant surprise to learn you're so interested in it, Paimon.
Отлично, дайте 2.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, hard pass, you can keep it.
Are you sure? In that case, I'll gladly take it.
Да чё, мне бы пригодился. Он как раз на меня и Паймон, а по цене одного. Выгодно.
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service. Just give us a call and we'll be right there. With any luck, we'll still show up even if you're unable to call.
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for, not you. Wasn't he saying something about—
Oh, yeah.
How about I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the competition—
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground, but when approached, though sought, naught could be found.
Это Сяо.
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly little ghostie in the wild.
Или девочка мелкая здесь гуляет. Или не здесь. Не помню, какого-то призрака девочку мы встречали когда-то, давно, 100 лет назад.
Perhaps I should just explain it. Basically, while I was training this morning, I suddenly caught sight of it was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon that wasn't repelled by my pure yanks, but none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it and tried to ascertain—
You're sure it's not a ghost or
Quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical body. And if it were a spirit, I'm sure it would have been scared away long before I saw it.
А чем отличается призрак от духа?
It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action. Thinking back on it, if it wasn't an evil spirit, maybe I offended some kind of adeptus.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Anyone else would have reacted the same. Besides, we're making up for it now by doing our best to find—
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle Chongyun's twisted—
Why don't you take a guess first, Hu-Tao?
Oh, that means—
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an evil spirit or demon. So whatever— How about this? We can incorporate a search element into tomorrow's poetry activity.
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we write poetry?
Close, but no. Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me, everyone should relax tonight and get a good rest before tomorrow.
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over towards the lines.
Глава 1 завершена. Окей, сколько здесь вообще глав?
But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
Seeing my friends having such a lively discussion, I couldn't help but join in on the fun. Of course, I promised Hu-Tao I'd behave and do my job as a good host. But I really am parched from speaking so much. Ugh, it would be negligent not to wet my whistle. And you know what the best part is? Wine is to the poet's tongue as ink to his pen. So, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Ясно. Ну, ладно, бухай.
Looks like it's about time to head over to the venue again. Paimon's still curious what Chongyun saw the other day. Wow, everyone got here so early.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we shall reveal today's poetry theme.
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is—
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed rules. Kind of like a
heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons, and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as you take inspiration from the wide world around you, you'll find it's not so difficult after. The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most other forms of poetry.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component, an inspiration walk.
An inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery, and pocketing any poetic thoughts. Of course, to all our friends, old and new, please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead, and if there's any more demand, I'll be the only one with a smile on my face.
Да. Вот это ты вдохновляешь.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scenery of our two beautiful nations, and fill your imaginations with the most pleasing of poetry. Traveler, can you round up Xingqiu, Chongyun, and the Mondstadt contingent? I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Thanks. I'm counting on you. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into, and now...
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve cooperation. Helping each other out is...
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Favonius is also part of our job.
I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for new cocktail ingredients too. Just think of it like an outing with friends.
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept their willingness to help.
All right. In that case, thank you all...
Now, how about we split into two groups for the day?
You mean to cover more ground?
Not just that. Don't forget, this is still part of the Poetry Gala. If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk, how can we write unique poems?
That's true. But how do we decide who goes in which group?
Why don't we draw lots?
Yeah!
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue crowd, and I can't think of anything to say to them?
I've got the slips of paper here. Who wants to go first?
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to...
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and Xingqiu, Mika, and Noelle in the other.
What a relief. At least I'll...
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't think...
I also await your guidance.
Take care, everyone. See you all tonight.
Или через месяц на ритуальном бюро.
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If not, then let's get...
Wow. Are those ears and tail real? So fluffy. All right. Miss Diona, is there some place in particular you'd...
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Captain? Hey, quit messing around.
Это же Сяо. Это же точно он.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it. But it was a little foggy at the time, so I didn't get a clear look.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere around here.
I wasn't taking a walk. I come here to train.
Train? Like how...
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my training involves practicing techniques for the
Exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but it's a pity. I've never actually gotten the chance.
Changyun is 1 in a million. He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, evil spirits run and hide.
Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours?
Yep, this is Xiao, an adeptus of Liyue.
An adeptus? Wow, I've never seen one of those before.
Значит, Чуньюнь все же не Сяо увидел. Окей.
Hello, Mr. Adeptus?
Just call me Shao.
So, are you here to train too? Or are you out for an inspiration walk?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. That's why I'm here. I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and leave it to me.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to drag even the Conqueror of Demons into this.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered was no evil spirit, or perhaps it all...
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, you should come. There's no one else around here anyway, so you don't need to worry.
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Xiao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exorcising evil spirits that I would like to ask you.
Fine.
Seems like this Adeptus is pretty shy. Or maybe all the Adepti in Liyue are like...
Team Changyun as a new member!
What? When did this become my team? Now that Adeptus Xiao is joining us, if...
Don't overthink it! Diona, didn't you say you wanted to find some new ingredients?
Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather some new... I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire. Is that true? I'm gonna mix them into my drinks and get...
Uh-huh. Julian chilies. I'm not sure that would taste very good.
Really? Perfect! Let's go pick a whole bunch of them.
What the...
Она ебанутая, забей.
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Xiangling would make.
Опа!
Useless.
А у меня команда не моя.
Worthless.
Okay, this should be enough.
Я когда даже сначала не понял.
Diona, you seem really committed to, making alcoholic drinks available to people of all tastes.
Нет, она просто ебанутая и... Забей. Просто забей.
What? No, never! I hate alcohol!
На кой хрен ты бармен?
When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk look on their faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even respond properly. Sometimes, they just sleep on the floor all night. Alcohol is the root of all kinds of evil. So, I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole world and show everyone just how awful alcohol really is. Nothing can stand in my way. If it means coming out to Liyue every day to pick fresh Jueyun chilies, then so be it.
Is it really worth all that effort?
Yeah. Because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't woken up to the truth of how bad alcohol is, they even keep praising my drinks. It makes me furious!
Так просто их не делай. К тому же ты все равно ничего не сделаешь с этим. Будешь готовить плохо, все просто пойдут пить в долю ангелов. И это что касается Манштата. А что касается остальных регионов, там ты вообще никак не повлияешь на это. Так что ты просто хуйней страдаешь какой-то.
But how is that possible? If
Are you calling me a liar? Well, if you don't believe me, I'll fix you a drink right now. Then you'll see.
no need.
Just you wait.
Oh no. Is she really going to add those Jueyun chilies?
If her claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique constitution of some kind.
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her.
Да, она обладает шизой.
Unless she's under the influence of some kind of power? Maybe an evil spirit.
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh boy. Look at that color.
What's wrong? You're not allergic to anything, are you? Don't worry, there isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base with a seasoning of Jueyun chilies and finished with frog legs.
Да, от этого списка как-то пить это как-то не хочется. Именно не потому, что там нет спиртного, а именно потому, что там есть все вот это.
Surely there's no way this can possibly taste good. Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh, great. Oh.
Changyan drank his too.
This drink is...
Delicious! It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with me. It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the frog legs to form a heavenly mixture. And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure and herby taste, like fresh grass after the rain. The power and purity of nature distilled into a cup.
Так, его понесло.
Simply unbelievable.
Срочно несите мороженку. Его надо
That's
успокоить.
right. Slimes are absolutely sublime.
Не знаю, как слаймы в игре, но слаймы в реале. Хотя слаймы, не слаймы, слизни. Не важно.
Oh, I failed again! But wait, what's gotten into Chongyun? He's been so quiet up until now.
Ему срочно нужна мороженка, чтобы успокоиться.
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more. Okay. I think I've calmed down a bit. I'm sorry. I can't believe I let you all see me like that.
It's fine. My fault for not checking your spice tolerance first. Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit isn't such a great thing to have after all.
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said about your drinks.
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Changyan. Xiao? What's
Look over there.
Что? Лист. Я вижу листок.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over here? Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away!
There's a poem written on it. The Conqueror of Demons has truly amazing vision.
Let Paimon see! It sounds like the author is writing.
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. This poem would likely have vanished into the void had we not found it. It makes no sense to me.
That's true. I've heard Singcho say something similar before. When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say before it was too late, if it can be put on paper, it can be expressed as poetry.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little.
So, that means that our mystery poet was probably hoping that someone would read it, right?
You think? Then should we write a poem in reply?
But we don't know who wrote it. How can we reply?
Why not go upstream?
Upstream? Why?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written too long ago. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the original writer.
Cool! Aw, this is so romantic! Communicating with a mystery person using poems on
But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way.
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and head up!
За что? Ты чё? Иди сюда! Пумба! Недожаренный. Просто взял мне... Боднул в спину. Офигел вообще, что ли?
Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet? Ooh, great! Now give it here, and Paimon will toss it into the water!
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the loss of things unheard. I have little talent for...
The leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat! Merrily, merrily down the stream, life is but a dream.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat, and we need to get back before it gets dark.
Okay, let's go! Uh-huh. What's this? You two having a private chat?
А ты не послушал.
No, it's nothing. I just hope this isn't all in vain.